Mama, my daughter left us after birth. Now 16 years later, she came back, the unexpected reunion. It has been 16 years since her departure, an event etched in my mind as a painful chapter of our lives. I recall the day my daughter was born, filled with joy and hope, quickly overshadowed by her mother's decision to leave. For years, I raised our daughter alone, navigating the challenges of single parenthood. My life revolved around her, attending school events, cheering her on at sports, and nurturing her dreams. The absence of her mother was a void we both felt, but I've always made sure that my daughter knew she was loved unconditionally. Paragraph 2. A letter from the past. Everything changed one rainy afternoon when I received a letter. At first, I thought it was a mistake. Why would she reach out now, after so many years? As I opened it, my heart raced. She expressed regret over her decisions, her struggles with the past, and a desire to reconnect. My heart felt heavy with mixed emotions: anger, fear, and a flicker of hope. I felt protective of my daughter, wondering how this sudden return would affect her. But deep down, I knew that this could be an opportunity for healing. The decision to meet. After discussing it with my daughter, I braced myself for the inevitable meeting. I could see the curiosity and anxiety in her eyes. She had heard stories about her mother from me, but now it was time for her to meet the woman who had left. We chose a quiet cafe, intending to keep the atmosphere light yet honest. As she entered, my heart sank. She looked different, worn, yet there was a sparkle of hope in her eyes. My daughter took a deep breath, and we could both sense the weight of the years that had passed. The conversation. The conversation began awkwardly, with small talk filling the silence. Then, gradually, they delved into deeper topics. Her mother spoke about her struggles and regrets, explaining her past choices, while my daughter listened intently, a mixture of emotions playing across her face. I watched as a bond slowly started to form, a bridge being built over the chasm of abandonment. My daughter asked questions, some painful, some laced with curiosity. It took all my strength to keep my emotions in check, wanting to support my daughter while feeling the sting of betrayal myself. Finding closure. As the meeting came to a close, something remarkable happened. My daughter, though initially hesitant, started to express her feelings, her hurt, her longing for a mother, and her hope for a relationship. I saw strength in her vulnerability. Her mother, visibly moved, apologized sincerely and expressed her desire to be a part of our lives moving forward. There was an air of reconciliation, and while trust would take time, we took the first steps toward healing. A new beginning. In the weeks that followed, we navigated this new chapter together. Slowly but surely, our family dynamics began to change. It wasn't easy. There were challenges and moments of doubt, but my daughter and I were determined. We set boundaries, took baby steps in rebuilding trust, and embraced the possibility of a new relationship. In the end, it was about forgiveness, not just for her mother, but for ourselves and the journey we had been on. 16 years later, we were finding our way back to each other, proving that love can transcend even the deepest wounds. The challenges of rekindling relationships. As weeks turned into months, the initial excitement of reconnecting began to give way to the complexities of rekindling our relationship. My daughter was torn. She wanted to embrace this new chapter, but was naturally wary of repeating the past. Each meeting with her mother opened old wounds, but also presented opportunities for healing. I observed the transformation within my daughter. She was both anxious yet curious. As we navigated this emotional minefield, we took it one step at a time, establishing open lines of communication. We talked often about setting healthy boundaries to ensure that her emotional well-being was prioritized. My role as a father became crucial. I remained her anchor, affirming her feelings and encouraging her to express any concerns or fears. Building trust. Building trust was perhaps the most challenging part of this journey. My daughter, initially hesitant, gradually began to let her guard down. Together, we embarked on a journey of shared experiences, simple outings, movie nights, and even family dinners. Her mother made it a point to show up consistently, demonstrating her commitment to being present in our lives. Little by little, I observed my daughter letting go of the anger and hurt she had carried for so long. It took time, but every laugh shared and memory created helped to mend the broken pieces. It was through these moments that they began to forge a new bond, one that was based on understanding and real acceptance. The power of forgiveness. Through reflection and open dialogue, we realized the power of forgiveness. I encouraged my daughter to voice her feelings, and she discovered that forgiveness did not mean forgetting. Rather, it was a way to free herself from the shackles of the past. Her mother, too, began seeking understanding. During one of our family dinners, a breakthrough occurred. My daughter, with courage beyond her years, expressed how her mother's absence had affected her life. The loneliness, the questions that lingered, and the gap that no one could fill. Her mother listened intently, tears streaming down her face, and they embraced in a heartfelt moment that felt like a turning point for both of them. Looking towards the future. As time passed, I realized that this wasn't merely about the past. It was about crafting a future. My daughter now faced an exciting yet unknown path that included her mother. They began to make plans to attend future milestones together, such as her high school graduation and eventual college visits. It was a delicate dance, but each step forward seemed to strengthen the connection between them. I found myself feeling a mixture of hope and apprehension, recognizing the importance of staying supportive while also prioritizing my daughter's needs. Through every challenge we faced, the bond we shared as a family continued to evolve, demonstrating that love has the remarkable ability to heal. Paragraph 11. Embracing a new normal. Our lives were becoming intertwined in ways I had never anticipated. My daughter began to include her mother in more areas of her life, whether it was choosing a prom dress or discussing future goals. We adjusted to a new normal, one that required flexibility and patience. There were still moments of uncertainty. Sometimes my daughter would pull back, unsure of how to navigate this new relationship, but I continually reminded her that it was okay to take her time. We took family trips, engaged in activities that each of us enjoyed, and slowly but surely, resentment and hurt began to fade, replaced by understanding and laughter. Paragraph 12. Reflecting on the journey. Reflecting on this journey, I realized that the experience has reshaped us all. We learned about the complexities of love and forgiveness, the necessity of communication, and the importance of recognizing one another's feelings. My daughter emerged stronger and more resilient, while her mother experienced profound personal growth. Our lives weren't perfect, but we had chosen to embrace the imperfections together. In a way, perhaps it was fate that brought her back. It gave us a second chance, an opportunity to redefine our family.